Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Well, it's time that I left Mobile. I'm thinking Memphis, Tennessee. Well, it's bye-bye Mobile. Hello, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, if I ain't there by midnight, baby, don't rain up on me.
Welcome to the Rock Review. That is the amazing Rob, Ickes, and Trey Hensely with their brand new album, World Full of Blues. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
You bet.
You know, I've been trying to get you guys on the show for I don't know how long, and I keep bumping into you at all the guitar shows. And obviously, Rob, we have a lot of mutual friends, and plus, it seems like you guys are always playing the Opry.
Yeah, it's been fun. We love the Opry.
Yeah, and so, well, congratulations on the brand new album, World Full of Blues. And I love this album because it's so unique with what you both bring. You're both such amazing musicians individually, but then you put it together, you know, and with your time with Blue Highway, and Trey, obviously, you know, the darling of acoustic guitar magazine, and with everybody that's writing up about you, including NPR, Marty Stewart's bragging about you guys. That doesn't happen every day. And how much did we see of Marty Stewart on country music, you know, with Ken Burns?
Yeah.
And so, but it's a unique melding of musical tastes. I mean, is this, you know, I mean, you've got like the Allman Brothers feel, you've got bluegrass, you've got some country, you got some blues.
Well, it's funny, this is our third album together, and we got to work. The first two were self-produced, and Brent Maher produced this one. And he did
Grammy
all
Award
the
winning
stuff. Oh, he sold millions of records. You know, he's worked with Willie and Merle, and, you know. But he took us, and he knew exactly what to do with us, you know, and he brought some new things to our sound. But the first thing he said is, I want to focus on you guys, the dobro and your guitar playing. Very few other instruments, just a little bit of B3 organ.
Yeah. Well, and we got to bring this up, too, to where obviously the choice of B3 organ player was a little unique.
Yes, yes. And our buddy John Jorgensen, who's known worldwide for his guitar playing.
Right, the Hellecasters, and also
Elton John.
Yeah, Elton John, and, you know, I mean, he tours with everybody, and the Gypsy Jazz doing the Django thing. Yeah. And then I didn't know B3.
We didn't know either, and even Brent, the producer, didn't know. But we took it on good faith that he was killer, and we said, well, he's going to be killer, and he just blew us away. It was amazing. Wow. He's just a master musician on every instrument.
Well, and also you guys included a few friends like Taj Mahal and Vince Gill.
Yeah, that was really fun.
How did that happen?
Yeah, we so the title track of the record, World Full of Blues, Rob and I had written that around a song that had been written a few years prior by a guy in California, Bill Scholler. And when we finished up this song, we knew we were going to record it. We kind of both made lists of, you know, we knew we needed a special guest on it.
Right.
It's like, well, who would we like to have as a special guest? And you know, it was kind of like our dream list of, you know, Eric Clapton and you
got to go big.
But the top of both of our lists was Taj Mahal,
right?
You know? And so we, you know, just sent the track to Taj to see if he would even, you know, listen to it, and he loved it, and he flew from Hawaii and came to Nashville. And
well, you know, and it's so amazing too. I got to bring it up, Trey, on this album to where he does the spoken intro part. And so when you buy the album, and believe me, I suggest you buy the entire album and get a hard copy, and it's available in vinyl also. But it's so neat to listen to Taj speaking.
It is, yeah.
And then you guys kick into the song. And I told you guys before we came in the studio, it's hard for me to pick my favorite track on here. I mean, that's an incredible song with World Full of Blues. Born with the Blues, I Love Suzanne, Both Ends of My Rainbow, Rugged Road. I mean, but also they all sound so different.
Yeah.
Well, right, but I don't know, somehow Brent, you know, because it's, you know, a dobro. What's a dobro? Guitar. You know, it's a new kind of sound, and I loved how Brent just brought his expertise to it, and made us trust ourselves, and we definitely trusted him. But he gave us a lot of support and was excited about the project from the beginning. And, you know, we hadn't played with a horn section before, and we hadn't played with B3 players that much. And so, but he gave us the confidence to go out there and just have a good time. And so, you know, I really, really think he had a lot to do with what you're hearing.
And I think with the mix of the album too, Rob, it's like you know, everything shines. And obviously you guys are just monster players, you know, with the A+ list. But I like it that I can still hear the vocals, and I can still hear that, and I can hear the interplay. And like we were talking earlier on the news interview, to where it's like, and you guys don't step on each other. You leave space for each other. It is a conversation. And I think sometimes, as we all know, when you have incredible musicians, sometimes they walk on each other, and you guys don't.
Well, thank you.
In this whole album.
I want to hear him. I love his playing. So, and his singing.
It's mutual. I think we both.
But it's like, it's so amazing that you guys, and it's high energy. I mean, the album is high energy, just like when you guys play the Opry. I know you've been touring a bunch. You've been out on the road with Hot Tuna. You're out with the Gibson Brothers. Now what happened also? Now, you guys played with Bobby on Original. What happened on that? Didn't you guys back him up on that?
Yes, we did. So, we got the call. Well, I got a call from Alison Brown about a month before that. And she said, so I'm working on this Bobby Osborne record, and would love to have you be a part of it. And of course, I'm a huge Osborne Brothers fan. And I actually met Bobby and Sonny when I was a kid, the first time I played the Opry when I was 11.
Which you played the Opry at 11.
I did. I played the Opry when I was 11. And they were on there that night, and so I got to meet them then.
Wow.
But it wasn't until, the original record that I got to actually spend time with Bobby, and I was so nervous. We do a lot of session work in town, but I was so nervous that day. I got to the studio like an hour and a half before. Just sat there in my truck listening to the Osborne Brothers, and 30 minutes, Bobby rolls in, and he's an hour early, and so he just stood out there, and he told me all these cool stories, and it was just so cool getting to be a part of that. And Bobby, one of the best singers ever.
Well, and like we were talking to before we came down to the studio, you guys have played with and know so many of the amazing musicians in town and around the world, but also you move freely, and everybody speaks so highly of you guys. Including Vince Gill, which, Vince sounds great on this album, too, with you.
That was fun. He killed it.
Yeah, and it's like, I'll tell you what, when I went and saw Vince playing with the Eagles, I was like going, okay, well, never thought I'd see that. And there he is up on stage, wearing a Predators jersey. So you guys got some good friends. And I mean, how many times have you played the Opry this year already?
I think 6 or so.
Quite a few times. Yeah.
And I know the guys love you over there, the whole band. I mean, everybody was so excited for you. And I can't believe, your third album already and how much you guys tour.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, like I appreciate you coming on the show, because it's hard to, you guys have a tight schedule between touring and sessions. And like we were talking too, Rob, you guys not only do the full band, but you also just do duo.
Yeah. And but we've been doing more band, more band stuff. But that's another thing I like about this gig is it's different every day. We can do a lot of different genres. We do some bluegrass and some country and some blues stuff. And then even our band, sometimes it's just the two of us. Sometimes we'll just take our bass player. Sometimes we'll take bass and drums. Sometimes we have a fiddler. But so it's a very exciting gig because it's different all the time. And that's one thing I noticed when we started working together is you can throw this guy anything and he'll catch it, Well,
and I think that's what's so incredible too with both of you is that you give a nod to the past, but also an ear to the future, to where the music is like an amalgamation of all the things I like. Well, and so you can't go, oh, it's that style. Oh, this album is that. No, it's like listen to the next song.
Yeah.
That's we listen to a lot of different music, and I think before we went in and cut this, we were a little nervous about it because we, with a thing like this, it can go a lot of different directions, and we weren't sure, where it was going to go. And even when we recorded the first day, I remember looking at Trey, I was like, wow, this stuff, it sounds great, but it sounds even more different than I thought it was going to. It had a rock and roll thing, even though we were playing acoustics. It had a rock and roll kind of energy that, when you hear it back in the control room, even though we'd been doing it, to hear it and recorded well, I remember going, this is on another planet, but in a good way. And so again, I think Brent gave us the courage or the confidence to he felt great about it, so we could just go, okay, we'll roll with the guy who sold 60 million records.
Yeah, I think he's had a little bit of luck. Maybe he's got an ear for this.
And so I think he kind of relaxed us and let us just have fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love it. I think it's an amazing album. I want to bring up too, for our viewers, what's the website they should go to check out the album? Also, you guys have some new swag. You've got a cruise coming up in February.
We do, So the website is robandtrey.com, and that's so ROBANDTREY. You know.
Right. And then where's the cruise?
The cruise is it's called the Cayamo Cruise. And I think it's Buddy Miller kind of puts it on. And
Big Americana music thing. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, Mavis Staples, Lake Street Dives.
Wow. I wish they could have found some bigger names. Really? So you guys are just going to blend right in.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on a great album. It is World Full of Blues. You can get it digital downloads and everything. Obviously the CD, also vinyl, which I prefer. And don't just get the single tracks because there's so many great hits on here with Rob and Trey. You're going to want the whole album. And also, please, 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 go see these guys live because the videos nor the album do them justice on the energy they bring. And this is great music. You're going to love this whole album. It is World Full of Blues. Rob and Trey, thanks for coming on the Rock and Review.
Thanks, Eric. It was fun.
Check them out live.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.